Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to the YPC podcast family video cast. Oh, that's my foot. That's hurting. You take up like the whole couch. You know, there's a line there and you're over the line.
I'm only over by like a smidgen.
Where's my pillow? I
Do you
got
want a
my pillow.
pillow?
All right. So, we've asked, and you guys have sent through some questions for us to answer. So this one is going to be for us answering you. We'd like to welcome you all to the YPC family podcast.
He's got me at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, guys. It's my nap time. So
We
I just tuned out.
we promised we'd do this. We're going to deliver. Okay. So do you want to go in and find the questions,
He's
and
had
we'll
to send
get
the
started?
questions to me, guys, because the questions come through to
I set it up on mine.
Liam's phone, and he doesn't remember his passwords, which is pretty typical of Liam. So maybe we'll open it up to the chat at the end if there's a couple of extra questions that anyone wants to ask.
Yeah.
The plan was for Auntie Carrie to have the baby, but he wants to be on me, so I apologise. All right, so we're going to kick it off with the first one. What's your favourite thing so far about this business?
Who's going to go first, me or you?
You can go.
All right. My favourite bit about the business is working from home and having that flexibility with the kids so we can do their sports, schooling events, anything like that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm liking about this.
Well, for me, I've always worked at home, so I guess that stuff has always been the same for me. But I don't know. I think I'm definitely enjoying like the community side. I don't know. There's a few
Spit it
things.
out, brother.
No, well, there's a few things. We were
Give
literally
one.
just talking about it, weren't we? Carrie and I were saying, and I would say that I love the community that we've built. We've built such a good little, like when I'm having a good day or a bad day or whatever, anything I want to chat about, I can jump on live and chat about it. But I think with the community comes the bad side as well. But I'm sure there'll be a question in that and we'll abbreviate on that.
Yeah, so becoming a part of the YPC family.
Yeah.
These are all the it's not a community, it's a family.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Next.
What's one thing you wish you had told your younger self?
Believe in yourself. I had so much self-doubt when I was a young kid, and I was not confident at all. But yeah, if I was to go back and tell myself, be confident. If you want something in life, go for it. Like I always thought I was never good at footy. I was all right, but I didn't push myself to do it even further than I wanted to.
You wish you were playing for the Bronx, babe.
I do. Mate, I could have been playing State of Origin, a 50 gamer, you know. Who knows? If I I'll go back and tell myself that, and I'd strive for it. What's one thing you would?
I already have one husband playing for the Brisbane Broncos. I don't know what it would have done with two.
Who's it? Paddy Carrigan?
No.
Who? Alex Glenn.
Alex Glenn. He's not
playing
anymore, but
he's older than
he'll
I
forever
am.
be in my mind.
Shout out to you, Alex Glenn.
No, I would have told my younger self.
Don't touch me after you.
I would have told myself just to not be in a hurry. My parents were always really good with money and stuff, and they used to try and teach me stuff, but I just didn't want to listen. But now I wish we listened, because just in the way the world has changed and evolved and things like housing and money, I wish we weren't in a hurry to kind of grow up. I wish we stayed at home, saved money, and set ourselves up so that at 35 we weren't like, shit, we've got, well, I mean, retirement age has been pushed, hasn't it? I was going to say we're now down to the last 20 years of life, but we're not.
I think after our last podcast, I said to Paige, let's not waffle on about the next one. You're waffling.
Okay.
What's one thing you would tell your younger self?
not to put my husband on the gutter and live in a tent.
Come on,
Because
mate.
when we can't afford life, that's where you'll be living.
Oh, it's going to be a
Bro.
2-hour podcast soon.
Okay, hi, how are you?
I am very well, thank
That
you.
is
How
so
are
good.
you?
I'm great.
That's a
Next.
question, by the way. That's a question. Hi, how are you?
I'm not fighting on a podcast.
Well, don't.
Oh,
Don't
I'm
waffle,
ready
bro.
to punch on.
People are tuning out. Like, has Paige told her story yet?
How did you and Rhiannon meet?
Well, that's a you question.
Oh, is it? I thought you met her first.
Oh, so Brie, I met her at the what was it called? Hollywood Showgirls here in.
Was she on the pole or were you?
No, we took turns.
No, Rhi and I met through TikTok, actually. Well, I don't want to waffle.
Just say
We
she
met on
rocked up.
TikTok.
You met on TikTok and she rocked up and forced herself into your life.
But she came into my live one night and I had bought one of her prints from another company, but I didn't realize that. So Rhi came into my live and I pressed, she's like, hey, you're wearing one of my prints on your t-shirts. And I was like, oh my God, like I got starstruck. And then I thought she had thrown in some freebies, but it was actually this company that had taken her prints and sold them to me. And then she just decided that she was going to stalk the shit out of me until we were friends. And then I did the usual leave it at the front door situation and she opened my front door. And the rest is history. Why is the sky blue?
Why is the sky blue? Wouldn't you like to know?
Well, I'm not allowed to waffle, but I think it has something to do with the sun shining on the ocean and the ocean rebounds the light into the sky and it makes the sky blue.
I think they're all connected with green grass, maybe.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, or blue sky.
I don't know.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
We'll never know the mystery to that. What's your fave TV show?
Ooh, that's a good one. My fave TV show. I like SWAT. It's not a new TV show, but they keep updating.
I was going to say, do you want
the
to turn
SWAT
the
series.
camera and show that we don't have a TV?
No, I watch it on my phone.
Oh.
I think it's on Binge or Paramount.
Well, see, I work hard in my business, so I currently don't have a favorite TV show. I actually don't think I have a TV.
Yeah, you do. You got a few. What's that other? Oh, you've
I
watched
watch
a few.
lot of TV. Like watch a lot of series on
Netflix and all that. Well, that's kind of what they mean. Not what. I don't think anyone watches Blue Heeler anymore.
Well, like I used to like Home and Away.
Oh, well, there you go. Is that still your
No,
favourite?
probably I love Outlander and I loved Shameless. They're probably my top two.
Or what was that one that we liked? Or is it Orphan Black? Yeah, Orphan Black
was good.
If you haven't watched Orphan Black, holy, go and check that one out. Huh? No, Orphan Black.
One thing you can't survive without. Do you want to know what Arnie Carey's response, guys? You're going to put her in the same carry as Rhiannon Thatcher. Did I say the same carry as Rhiannon?
Yeah.
Same category. She couldn't survive. She reckons she's going to take herself out in a zombie apocalypse because she needs clean sheets. So she can't live in that tent with you because there's no washing machine in there.
No.
What can't you live without?
Me? I probably can't live without my phone nowadays. Or maybe cigarettes. Yeah, maybe the phone though. I could probably go without smokes. Couldn't go without the phone. I have gone out of the house once or twice without it and kind of freaked out.
I don't think I could live without a toothbrush. It's the first thing I wake up and do. Do you know yesterday, because I just had a full-blown cleaning day.
You brush your teeth?
No, I didn't brush my teeth. And all day I was like, this is so gross. This is so gross. And I had to brush them last night when I had my shower. Like I thought about all day how I hadn't brushed my teeth. I could be filthy. I could have BO, but I need to have clean teeth.
Different strokes for different folks.
Spill the tea on your first kiss.
I think we did that on our last podcast.
But I
about
wasn't
that.
your first kiss.
Yeah, well, no, I can't even remember my first kiss.
Liam had his first kiss.
No, I don't think that. No, it wasn't a kiss.
Oh, it was just everything else but a kiss.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, the Gold Coast HOOKER.
No. It's a family podcast page.
Well, you said under 18s can't watch it.
Yeah,
You don't want them to know how you lost your virginity to the same girl that the whole of the
first
Gold Coast
kiss.
lost it.
I think they're saying spill the tea on your first kiss. Together.
My first kiss was what led me to a very toxic time in my life.
I don't think you're getting the question, bro.
On our first kiss.
Yeah.
He says spill the tea on your first kiss.
Got there. Yeah, because this is about us.
Oh, that's
Oh, well,
boring.
you tell them your first kiss.
No. Our first kiss, yeah, we spilt the tea on that. You spewed, we kissed. I spewed, we kissed. We both spewed, we kissed.
Did you spew? I don't think you spewed.
I think I spewed at some stage.
Well, double blacks will make that happen.
All right, well, I won't talk about my first kiss.
Oh.
Do you think Liam will be able to stay at home financially, or do you think he will eventually need to go back to work?
Good question. For now, yes, but who knows what the future brings, whether
For now, yes, you will have to go back.
No, for now, yes, we will be fine without going back. But who knows what the future is going to hold, whether, we get slumps in the sales, we start becoming irrelevant, people don't like our quality. We've got to keep moving and moving for people to like us, to keep staying relevant for me to stay at home.
There's a lot of stress behind running a business as far as behind the scenes. Me and Liam literally fall asleep every night talking about work, about where we're going to grow, what we're going to get in next, what we're going to do. So, but we spoke about it last night, didn't we?
It is a financial struggle. If I went back to work,
100%.
it would be a lot easier.
But I can't run it on my own.
But also, it's kind of for me, I don't want to go back because then I look like a failure to myself, not to anyone else, to me only. I don't want to go back to I need more money because we haven't put enough effort into the business.
Yeah,
if
but
that
if
makes
you
sense.
ever go back, it won't be because we failed.
No.
It'll just be...
But in my head, that's what I feel.
Yeah, I know. But this was never meant to be a both of us full-time thing. Your agreement with working here was always going to be, we'll just take it for as long as we can. Didn't we?
Yeah.
Like we just thought it was going to be 1 month, and then it's turned into 2 and 3, and I think we're at maybe 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
But eventually, like soonish, you will go back and work in the trucks maybe one or...
Well, we're
one day
hoping
a
not
week or
to.
fortnight.
We're hoping not to. We're hoping to grow this enough that we don't have to. We can expand. We can, we can do the big business stuff. We can employ people. We can have a warehouse. This is our plans of the future. Not just in cups, but in both cups and clothing, or drinkware and clothing. Don't you reckon?
Yeah. I don't know about drinkware.
Yeah, drinkware. Next.
Okay. What's the hardest part of your job?
Hardest part, I would say, which is also my favourite part, is working from home. It is difficult some days to get up and work for yourself and just keep pushing and pushing. But yeah, and also finding stuff new and new each day that you can keep growing.
Yeah, I'd say the hardest part is motivation.
Motivation, yeah.
I've always worked at home, but had clients arriving to keep that motivation going, even when I didn't want to work too bad, so sad. But I definitely think it's harder to stay motivated and to motivate each other. So like Liam was saying yesterday, when I slept half the day, he didn't want to do anything. And then when he's not doing anything, I don't want to do anything. And we need to not look at it like that, do we?
Yeah.
There's roles for us both.
It's like this, before coming on here, I'm like, let's just do it. Let's get it going, because otherwise I would just fall asleep too.
Yeah.
And it's not healthy to do it.
What do you like most about your business, and what is something you don't like? I guess that was
What's something you like? Yeah, we've kind of answered that, haven't we?
yeah.
About the business.
Yeah. The first question was what you love about your business.
Yeah.
How did you and Ree become friends?
Already
What's your
done
fave
that.
song at the moment? And hope you are all well.
Ooh.
You guys have got me on to Alex Warren. I'm
Oh
loving him.
yeah, I don't mind that song at the moment. That's everywhere.
Yeah, but I like all of his songs at the moment.
What's that? I never know the name of the songs.
No, I'm really bad with. I love music. You all ask us like, are we getting so and so in for shirts and stuff? I don't know any of the singers. I just know their songs.
Yeah, you just know the music.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that song. Pink Skies, is it? Yeah, that one.
Ah.
Oh, Pink Skies by Zach Bryant.
Brian.
Zach Bryan. If you're watching, big fan. Big fan.
How do you parent children with additional needs?
Well, you parent together and you don't go against what the other parent says.
That's a stab at me, guys.
Because
That's
it creates confusion, especially with needs and that sort of stuff.
We're still learning this, guys. We're not good at it in the sense that Liam is a lot stronger than me. I'm the first to whinge that I can't handle it and that it's all too hard and I need help. But then Liam steps in and he's too strong on them. And my trigger for my anxiety is crying and kids crying. So I want him to back me up in a calm way. Not a calm way because you're not angry. Like when Liam yells, we all know to run.
Yeah, that's because I do. I'm calm until it's not. Until I need to be not calm.
I just want him to back me up in a more soft way, I guess.
But to your question, like about additional needs, it is a lot harder. But all of our kids have got something. We just don't diagnose all of them.
What I've learned is parenting without yelling. I'm a yeller, and that does not work. Like you have to be calm. You have to.
To an extent.
Yeah. Look, guys, this is something we have to agree to disagree on, and we're always learning.
Yes.
We really are. We are always learning.
Everyone's always learning.
And like every child, every additional needs child is not the same. What works for one doesn't work for the other.
Yes.
How old are you both?
35.
Liam is 35 next month, and I was 35 in January. You looked at me then like...
35.
But you're not 35 yet.
Oh, well, might as well be. All right, I'm 34, turning 35. I'm closer to 35 than I was.
How do you find confidence in your postpartum body? I need tips.
Well, I go to the gym most days and eat some meaty pies, but you don't want to hear my story. I'll leave it to Paige.
Look, I actually have not struggled as much this time, and yet I was the skinniest falling pregnant than I have been with all the other kids. So I can't say I'm struggling. Like, I don't need to find confidence because I'm just like, what will be, will be. Breastfeeding is a great diet for me. I always lose weight breastfeeding. Like, it takes time, obviously. But I just don't care anymore. And I tell you what, the confidence has been for me getting back into my pre-pregnancy clothes. Like straight away. I haven't bought any clothes. I'm just wearing what I always did.
And you look good in it.
Thanks, Star.
That's all right.
I'll get there. I'll get back to where I was.
Yeah.
What do you hate about TikTok?
TikTok toxicity. What? Toxicity. I should have practiced this word before. But the toxicness of it and the fake accounts, if people were more controlled and verified accounts, it would be a different platform and probably a lot better platform to use. But yes, the toxicity of it.
Yeah, definitely the drama and the bullshit that comes with it. And I was talking to my mum today about all the Reddit drama and the posts and stuff about us. And it's really hard when people get on there and they take one snippet of what's happened, and they twist it. I just hate not being able to. You get on and you kind of try to speak your truth, and then
It's
you're in
taken
the
the wrong way.
drama, or you ignore it, and then it makes you look like you're guilty to everything they're saying. But I have to learn, and I am learning to just block it out and just keep doing my thing.
It's going
We
to
don't
be.
have to like everyone on the app, and they don't have to like us. Never, ever, ever have I gone onto the app and been horrible to other businesses as much as what Reddit says. You just scroll. If you don't like, and look, when I say I don't like watching people, that actually doesn't even mean businesses. There's lots of people that I just can't stand watching that are just on TikTok in general.
Yeah.
So,
Hold on, give me a sec.
sorry guys, Xander's building something outside. Is your friendship with Brianna and Sasha genuine? 100% it is.
Nah, not mine. Nah.
100%. We don't have time for fake friendships. Her and I are both just as busy, and I'm not sure if it comes across that it's not genuine, but 100%
I don't know how more genuine you can be with rocking up at each other's houses unannounced.
guys, you know me, I don't do friends,
Go
I
and
don't
hang
do
out for
friends,
the
so
day.
if it wasn't genuine, she wouldn't be in my house all the time holding my child.
Yes.
What are your
Oh,
tips
shit.
for staying sane as a stay-at-home mum when your babies were young and before you had your business / hairdressing? I've always worked from home and run a business, so I've never done it without babies. But tips for staying sane.
When you find it, can you let Paige know too?
Yeah.
'Cause,
I think my mic's dying.
why?
That's all right. It's back on now. Yeah, I don't know. When the kids were little, like when the first two were really little, I used to go to the gym before I started my day. So that definitely then kept me sane to come back and work.
Sorry, it's a dog's barking. I'm gonna turn the aircon on, Dale,
Yeah, go for it.
so we can
Sorry,
close
guys.
this
There's
house
so
up.
much noise.
Yeah, I know. It's down the house.
I don't know how I stayed sane because you're away most of the time too. I guess it's just our normal, guys. It's all I know. Look, I struggled like in hairdressing and stuff. I always was crazy about the house being clean because people were in the house all the time. So if I finished work at midnight, I would still vacuum and mop straight after it. Like I had my routine and I had my things that had to be done before I went to bed. But I'm not sane, guys. So I don't have any help.
Maybe a hobby. Maybe do something that you like, whether it be craft or a sport or fishing or knitting or whatever it is. Find
I've always
something.
had something,
Yeah, you got to have something because otherwise you do get a bit crazy.
Yeah, I've always had like little, like we said in the last one, I've always done little crafty things. I've always done a yoga or a Pilates or
Hold that up
a play
closer.
group. No, it was off.
Ah,
So we've always had something. How hard was it when Zaid was in the NICU with 3 other children?
look, it was mentally hard, but physically it was actually pretty good because I was at home with the other 3, and being running the business from home, I got to stay home and not work in the trucks, and that left Paige to do what she needed to do with Zadie in the hospital.
Yeah. For me as a mum, it was very, very, very hard. It was the constant brain battle of you should be there with them, but you're needed here. And then I'd come home, and you guys would have seen that I came home and did a live like 3 days after I had him because I was like, I just need to come home and just do something. And I was a mess, and I went straight back, and that was the first day I came home and the last day I came home. It's a constant, as a mum, you want to be there for everybody, but you can't be. So I had to let go a lot. It was very, very hard. I'm not going to lie. Any tips on first-time mums?
Just back yourself.
Yeah.
There's no handbook on it. Your way is going to be the best way. A mother's instincts are the best. So just
And I
back
would say
yourself.
do a little bit of reading and decide on the mum you want to be. I don't think there's any right or wrong way to be a mum.
No.
But when I was a first time mum, I was definitely a mum based on what I was taught by our mums or our aunties or like, and I'm not saying that like it's a bad thing, but you just did things how you were told. But now, mostly because that's the only way you knew. Whereas now there's so much reading and
There's books
knowledge.
on it.
Yeah.
Whether you want to take that advice on, it's up to you. But
I'm more of like an attached parent. So I am the first to complain that I'm tired or I can't put the baby down. I think I said to you last night, there's not a minute that I don't have Zaid near me or on me or whatever. But I choose to be that parent too. Because
yeah,
as soon as I put him down and he cries, or as soon as I'm not carrying
moves.
him, I can't
You
do
pick
it,
him
can
up.
I?
Yeah.
So I have to actually, my advice is back the style of parenting you pick.
Yeah.
My mum used to say, don't complain that the kids are in your bed when you chose to have them in your bed and 6 years later they're still there. Like we chose to do that, so you have to be okay with that.
Yeah.
What's the hardest part about newborns?
So yeah, it's not probably the
We
crying
thrive off
and
newborn life.
yeah,
We
probably
really
the like I don't know, the midnight wake ups and that. That'd be the hardest.
When was the last time you woke up at midnight?
Oh, every night, darling. Every night. I'm there with you. Every nappy change, every feed. I'm there.
Definitely the no sleeping, guys, and I say that more this time round. I've never struggled this much with the no sleeping, but I am definitely struggling with that.
Yes.
I'm unsure what part you would struggle with. Please enlighten me.
Look, there's so much. There's so much, but let's not get into that. It's mainly the sleep, the lack of sleep.
What's part of business you don't like? We kind of done.
Yeah, we've done
Do you,
that.
not our business. Is there a part of business you don't like?
Oh, the bookwork. I don't like the how do you say it? Like the I like looking at the numbers and that on our business website, looking at numbers, going through everything, but I don't like doing the inputs and the receipts and all that sort of like the
Yeah, it kind of all goes over my head too. That's
yeah,
why I'd rather pay someone to do all of that
yeah.
personally. How and why did you start your small business? So it kind of just started as a hobby for me after hairdressing. Like Liam was saying, I've always kind of had my hands in something. Started as a little hobby. We did a few markets. And then I started doing, like I got onto TikTok and started doing more on TikTok. And then it just took off from there, didn't it?
Yeah.
And we've had no plan because we didn't expect it to take off like this, but it did. And then we just said, stuff it. Like a lot of people going back to like Reddit stuff and that, a lot of people will be like, oh, how embarrassing that you say you both make cups or whatever. Number one, we don't both make cups. But I think like any business, the power of working for yourself and making your own hours and being at every single school event and sporting event and things that your kids need is something that everyone thrives to do.
Yeah.
So
It's
our
everyone's
why,
dream is to be at home and go to all those things
yeah,
with their kids. So what we're doing is not a bad thing.
and our why is because of that reason.
Yeah.
So, like we said, if this only lasts 6 months, then so be it. But we just want to give it a go. And I don't think that's a bad thing.
No, not at all. And I pretty much just piggybacked off Paige. I'll say that I, built this following and this family, but it was all Paige. She did that, and
I'm
I just
tuning out
piggybacked
again.
off
I'm
it.
tired.
Okay.
Not a question, but you are both so inspiring. Love watching you guys.
Oh, thank you.
We actually love stuff like that because
Is that still on?
Yes, it's still on. Because we have this much hate and like unlimited amount of love, but the hate can sometimes take over.
Yeah, the hate's a lot more stronger than the love.
So I really appreciate. I got like one of the most beautiful messages yesterday from a lady that and I get them all the time. I'm so lucky.
I'm getting a few too, even from me personally.
Yeah, you got a beautiful one the other day, didn't you?
Yeah, and just pretty much saying that they look up to me and want to be the father that I am. And that's pretty special. So,
Yeah.
yeah. And they're not a father yet, but yeah, that's what they want. So, it's good. It's cool.
And
I
it
like
meant
that.
a lot. And I said this to Liam, and we're not going to go into this, but when Liam's like, oh, we should talk about childhood, Liam actually has a lot more of a childhood to talk about than I do. But Liam didn't have that father figure. So for you to have someone say that you're doing good as a dad, I think really touched him.
Yeah, because it's a complete different to what my father was.
Yeah. So you're doing something right, Dal. The worst trouble you got into as a kid? I have nothing to answer on this, guys. I was a good kid.
How long we got?
The worst I ever did was go on rollerblades and hold on to the rope that was tied to my friend's bike. And we got to the top of the hill. She chickened out. It was too late for me because I was on skates, and I let go of the rope, and
That's not
concussion.
Trouble. What trouble did you get out of that?
That's what I'm saying. That's as naughty as I was.
Did you not bloody...
That was as rebellious as I was.
5-finger discount anything?
No.
Oh, my Lord.
I stood at the top of a hill and my mum would say, this is really naughty, and I went down the hill.
Jeez.
As a teenager, it was different, but that was after I met you and you were a bad influence.
Look, how do I put this without... I had a pretty relaxed childhood. In respect to mum, she was a working single parent. She worked her ass off. That was mornings, middays, afternoons, nights. Like, didn't matter what she did, and she'd had kids.
Left to your own devices.
We were, with respect, like, kind of left to our own devices. But yeah, Carrie was there to look after us, and we ran amok, all right? We ran amok. That was from stealing tech decks, stealing whatever we could, whenever we could.
Taking the car and racing it through Burleigh and then crashing it into a garage.
Yeah, look, the brakes failed. Doing handbrakes in the car, yes. That was from throwing poo bags at traffic. That was egging cars.
Stealing cats to give to your sister for her birthday.
There was a lot when... Oh, the most expensive one would have been when there was the most expensive one was when a house was getting built and all the foam, I can't remember what it was, but it was foam built up, and we used to go jump on them and break it all. And yeah, that was like thousands and thousands. I'm not in the building industry, so I don't know what it was, but we used to break it. Back in the Harvey Bay days, we would throw stuff down a big hole, like there was a manhole, a massive manhole. We used to throw all the road working gear down it. Yeah, look, there's a lot. Okay, that's a few examples. I'm doing a waffle page.
That was just 1 year of his life.
Yeah. That was just last year.
The most embarrassing thing you've ever done.
Why? Do you want me to go or you? I'll say mine. I shit myself at work once. I decided to try the Ozempic thing, whatever it is. And yeah, it gives you the runs. And whatever you eat, you need to be near a toilet. And I went and filled up an unmanned servo, and it didn't go well. I tried to hold it. And if you ever seen a
Okay, we don't need
fire
the details,
hydrant,
do we?
I blew out my bloody shorts, that's for sure. But yeah, I shit myself, like full on shit myself.
Okay.
But I don't get embarrassed very often. It's not very often I get embarrassed, but yeah, that was the one time, because then a bloke was there and he asked me if I was alright, and I had to tell him I shit myself. Said, look, mate.
Actually, do you know what mine would be? It would be on the back of a poop story.
Yeah.
When I had Xander. So I had Xander and we were in hospital for like a few days back then. They must have just let me stay longer. Anyway, we were in a shared room. It was me and one other
You
young
clogged it.
girl. Like, we're talking 15-year-old girl who had just had a baby. And you weren't allowed to go home until you'd done your first poop. So they were giving me stuff to go because I didn't need to go. And then I was like, I need to go. And I waddled because obviously couldn't get there easily. And I was so excited that I'd done my first poo. And after a cesarean, those who know, you can't twist and like you're in a lot of pain, especially my first one. So I'm just using a lot of toilet paper, trying to just wipe without much strain, and I clogged the toilet. And I clogged it so bad that Liam was there, and at 8:30 at night, he had to move me and all of the girls' stuff to another room.
Another room, yeah.
And then I think I got discharged the next day, or were we just going for a walk? And as we're walking down the corridor, this bloke with a plunger is walking the opposite way.
Yeah.
I had to shut down the whole room, didn't I?
Yeah.
That was pretty embarrassing. That's
Shit
probably
story though.
I don't know what we told her though.
What?
Did we tell her I clogged the toilet?
I don't know.
I can't remember why we were moving babies and clothing and everything at 8:30 at night, what we told her.
I don't know.
I can't remember. Spill the tea on your first kiss.
Done.
What's your dream house?
Dream house is on maybe what? Oh, little Bubba. He doesn't like us talking about our dream house because we don't have it yet. But my dream house would be on maybe 10 acres or more. Yeah, maybe 10 hectares. Let's go 10 hectares. A nice big one-story house, like a U shape, pool in the middle. Have your kids and us at one end and the kids at the other. All the dining and that in the middle. Have your motorbike tracks out the backyard. Have in-ground trampolines. Have a big jump so you can jump over the house, basketball courts, tennis courts, you name it. That'd be a dream house for me.
Yeah, mine would be a house that just caters to everything we want to do without leaving, but still close proximity to civilization.
Yeah.
Like if I could get the dream house in like Gold Coast hinterland where I can still get to the beach and the shops and everything within 20 minutes.
A good acreage where we can go do the riding, driving, everything like that.
Give my kids that country life again.
Yeah.
Do you struggle with work-life balance? Yes.
Is your mic off? Oh, no.
No.
Sorry.
Yes, we do. We're
Very
still
much.
learning, and we said this year was our year to learn. And then we had the baby, and I feel like this term has just gone because we had the baby, we had the cyclone, and now we're in holidays again. But our plan was to just be working school hours and give our kids every minute that they're home.
Yes.
But we haven't had the time to do that. So then we're working at night and the kids don't like that.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, darling boy.
so we try to get on late so that the kids are in bed. But look, it's hard. It's really, really hard.
This is what happens.
Yeah. And especially with a newborn, I'm so tired from being up all night. I'm a night
Do you
owl,
want me to
you
hold
know
him?
that.
Ooh. Good
And
stuff.
then I sleep my day away and then your day's gone.
Do you want me to take him? Hello.
No, just let me see if I can stand
Oh.
him.
I'm standing.
So yes, we do struggle. We haven't mastered that yet. And I don't know if we ever will master it, but we are trying.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, little Bubba. Come here.
you are the most amazing mama to your babies. You make my day better seeing you live. Love from the UK.
Oh, that's a lovely
Thank you.
message.
I was actually saying today I'm really bad at reading compliments and stuff. And my mum's like, you just need to say thank you. Just acknowledge it. But from the bottom of my heart, I mean thank you when I read those beautiful messages. I just don't like to be told I'm an amazing mum or I'm good at this or good at that because we're all amazing mums.
You don't feel worthy of it.
Yeah, like I feel like
You
we
are.
all do our best, and as I'm seeing, we're going to get attacked no matter what. And I'm sure any parent who put themselves out there, there'd be the good and the bad. But we are just literally all trying to do our best. So I struggle getting praise, but thank you.
Yeah.
Do you even like that Irish chick that goes on about spuds all the time?
Oh, that would be our Chloe Irish chick. Of course we do. We love
We love
Chloe.
Chloe. She just came into the live one day and then we just fell in love with her and she's never left.
If you got sent a voice message from Chloe,
Yeah.
you wouldn't be able to hate her.
But I feel like she started off really quiet and she didn't want us to play her voice messages.
Yeah.
And then, sorry guys, my bra's undone. Then
Now she's chaos.
she's just all up in the grill. You want someone to ride or die for you, you ring Chloe.
Chloe is our favourite.
Your new hairstyle is so cool.
Mine or Paige's?
Have either of us got a new hairstyle?
Yeah. I just started growing my hair. And you dyed yours.
Did I?
Yeah.
How do you parent and work at the same time? Well, we have two of us. So usually while one's live, the other can do the parenting. Usually it's me live, Liam does the parenting. When I'm off live, so often so lately, you guys haven't seen us live. We're working the whole time, but we're not live because we are parenting and it's just been a hard day parenting or it's a hard night parenting. So we stay off live and work so that we can still cater to the kids the whole time. How did you first meet each other? We met at a party.
Party.
Birth stories. Oh. Xander, I was 42 weeks, got induced, laboured for about 40-something hours, got to 3 centimetres and had to have an emergency C-section. He was my most horrific recovery. Emmy ate KFC on my first night of maternity leave, got food poisoning, went in to have fluids and her heart rate was at 240 and they did an emergency Caesar. Corby was our first planned Caesar and we got in to a ruptured uterus, 3 hours of stitching up. And he got taken to special care for breathing and it was a bit scary, but he was healthy, fine, normal. And then Zaid was a planned Caesar that ended up coming, obviously, as you know, at 32 weeks with another ruptured uterus and all the things.
I think he's hungry.
God damn it.
How long we got left? How many more?
I don't know. Yeah. Give him here. I'll put him on. I just don't want people to think about it.
No, that's all right.
Your worst habit. My worst habit is definitely my anxiety. Overthinking, overstressing, questioning everything, overanalyzing everything. That would be mine. What's yours?
My worst habit is either smoking. Yeah, that'd be my worst habit, smoking.
Yeah.
One thing you can't...
We've done this. We must be getting doubles. Keep going.
Save
We've
TV
done that.
show.
Your celeb crush.
Celeb crush.
Is it really bad that a female comes to mind first?
No. Go for
Mila
it.
Kunis.
Oh, see, I like Jennifer Aniston. She's old and she's still... Jennifer Aniston, if you're watching, big fan.
If you're watching.
She watches it all the time. She watches us.
Male-wise, I think I would say Chris Hemsworth, but who have I always said that I get teased about?
What?
Who have I always said I love? Because he reminds me of you.
Who?
Adam Sandler.
Oh, Adam Sandler.
I've always said, but he's not because he's hot. I just love his personality.
Yeah.
And him as a person.
Yeah, Adam Sandler's good. That's a good one. Who would my male one be? I don't really have a male one, do I? It'd be Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Your worst personality characteristics.
Do you want to tell me and I'll tell you?
Probably when... You go first because I don't actually understand it. What's a personality characteristic?
Well, for you, I would say you are the most stubborn human in the whole wide world.
Oh, yeah?
You're stubborn in fights. You're stubborn in parenting. You're stubborn that
No, I'm not.
a brochure says that meal is $15.
Then it has to be $15.
Yeah, but you fight the point where I would just pay $17 and call it a loss.
Yeah, no.
You're the most stubborn
That's false
man in the
advertisement. I will
world.
not have it. Will not have it in this day and age.
I've had to settle a lot of the time because it's just not worth fighting.
I don't know what yours would be. Personality, I don't really get annoyed with any personality things. Maybe when you tell me to do stuff over and over and over.
Yeah, but if I don't, you forget.
Yeah, but I don't want it that many times. Just tell me.
You forget.
Just tell me once every now and then. Yeah.
I would say you hate my ranting and raving.
I hate you yelling.
Like when I'm in the mood to do something, we're all going to do it.
Oh,
Otherwise,
yeah.
I'll scream the house down about it.
Was it easy when you started your business, and what did you struggle a lot with, and how did you get your business out there, as I am just starting my business?
So easy when you started your business. I would say it was easy in the sense that like I did the research of what I wanted to do and how to do it and stuff, but then it was easy to kind of sit there and do it. Struggle would be getting out there at the beginning. The struggle was then, do I want to make this into something and how do I do that? But we got it out there by TikTok, and I say this all the time. I filmed everything I did. I posted videos, and then I did a live sale, I think, for my first like main big live, and then it's just taken off from there. So,
what made your business to start up your business?
What made you want to start up your business?
That's what
Do
I
you
said.
speak English goodly?
That's what I said.
No, you said about 10 extra words in that sentence.
Yeah, well, maybe I'm dyslexic, and now you've just pinpointed it out to everyone that I'm dyslexic. Thanks a lot.
Just a change of lifestyle. And I truly believe we were given this at the right time, whether this goes anywhere or, you know, whatever. But I think we were given it at a time where we both wanted a career change. We both were ready for something different. And then I was living in the hospital and we needed something to pay our bills in the meantime. So...
Does Liam have a scar on his cheek? Would love to know the story behind that, especially if it's anything like his elbow. I'll tell you right now, it is nothing like my elbow. But I did have bad acne as a kid, and I used to hate it. I'd get 2 big pimples here. They were not pimples, they were cysts. And every day I'd be squeezing them to get them out because I freaking hated these big cysts on my face. It was the most worst thing ever. And I'd play footy, they would pop every time. Like,
you were on that medication, weren't you?
yeah, I was on some medication as well to help with it. But yeah, I'd get them on my face, on my neck. And yeah, that's what the scar's from. It looks like, it's not a scar, it's just like...
It's just like indentation.
Tissue.
You pretty much don't have cheeks. Like it's all like sunken.
Yeah, because I had them somewhere.
Yeah, they were there. You can see where they.
Yeah, but that's
as
good
exciting
as
as it gets.
There was no shark bite, nothing.
How did you guys meet? We've answered that.
You guys are so good. The worst trouble, you got that one.
I've noticed when you're on live, Corbs gets overstimulated. Does it hurt when he says he hates you, or you know he doesn't mean it? It doesn't hurt me at all. He says what he can to hurt you at the time. He doesn't necessarily get overstimulated when I'm working. It could, honestly, we don't know what.
It's a moment or an instant that triggers him, or something that someone says. It could be, he could crack up at about I love you, and that's it. And yeah, it's just hard.
We don't know.
But we don't take it personally, because if you took it personally, then everything, it'd be too overwhelming.
So like when you say it happens on live, it's not because I'm live that it happens.
Happens
that's just
offline.
our day.
Yeah, that
just
happens
all day.
From 7:30 when he wakes up to 10 o'clock at night when he goes down.
Yeah. One friend you're thankful for. You could probably answer this better because you've had some really good mateships in the army.
Oh, if I don't mention them all. But there's one friend I'm thankful for. One friend I'd be thankful for. You go. Have you got someone in mind?
Well, like at this present time in life,
It's hard, yeah.
definitely I would say Ree, because she has helped me understand so much about business, about myself. But I've never been a huge friend person, but I've had a really good friend at every stage of my life. And
Would Sarah not be one? That
well,
you're
of course,
thankful
Sarah
for?
would be, but I'm just thankful for Sarah. But so I've got a best friend that we met in kindergarten and we're still friends to this day. She has flown to Townsville for all the births, all the birthdays. She's been there. I remember ringing her one time when I put my back out and she stayed with me for 2 days just to have the kids because I couldn't move. She's the first to turn up. She's the first to ring me 3 times a week and I don't return a single phone call. So as far as a long term friendship, her. But through my life, I've had different friends that at each stage I'm grateful for.
Like anyone, yeah. I've got my friend that's probably been around for the last, what would you say, 6-7 years, Andrew. I'm thankful for him. He's like, he's more than a friend. He helps and he's there, and there's no.
It's not too hard for him.
Nothing's too hard for him. You ring him, and I find it difficult to get out of the house to go catch up with him and
But
have a
they
lot in
come
common.
here all the time and they hang with us all day. And we said this last time, we're really bad friends in the sense of making efforts. But yet they make the effort for us all the time, don't they?
Yeah, but he does.
Their little boy went through leukemia and they were still there for us the whole time. We were there for them. I hope that we were there for them that whole time too. But they still were there for us the whole time, weren't they?
Yeah. And they still show up, and yeah. What's a unique quality you love about each of your kids? I think
Emmy
quality,
is very, very
kind,
loving
yeah.
and kind. She always has been. She's the one I clash with the most. But she's so beautiful. And even the way, like, she'll pick up Zayd. I was watching her this morning and she's like, come here, my sweet boy. And the way she talks to him, she loves big. She beautiful.
Does. She does.
She's that sort of person. I used to say when she was younger, and she'd see someone walking down the street and I might look at them and go, oh, wow, you haven't been home in 3 days and they've got no teeth and, that sounds so horrible. But, you look at someone and go, oh, the poor darling. And Emmy would go, her dress is so pretty, isn't it, Mum? She will never, ever pick out the bad in someone. She will always compliment them on something.
Yeah.
Xander.
I'm the same with Emmy, yeah.
Xander.
I like how sporty he is.
Xander's good at everything.
I like how he can just pick up something and he's a quick learner.
Very, very quick. He's very talented, Xander.
Yeah.
He lets his confidence ruin that for him.
Yes.
But like he's the kid that will pick up a pogo stick and do it first time. He'll ride motorbikes at 3 years old. He'll
crack a whip out of nowhere.
Yeah, like anything you give him, he can do. And then Corby, he's smart.
He's very smart, like as in book smart.
Yeah.
Well, both, but he's smart all round. He knows. He's very, very smart.
I don't know what you're saying. Okay.
No questions here. Just a big thank you for you being who you guys are and for what you do. I got through some of my darkest days watching you. Wow.
That's beautiful.
That is, to whoever that is, thank you.
Like someone said to me yesterday, we don't realize the impact we have on people because we're just looking at a screen, but they're watching us every day.
Yeah,
and that's
so
huge.
Thank you, and I hope either we can give you some help, or you find some help to get through it, but talk to someone. There are, what do you call it? Hotlines out there if you do need
Yeah, but
talking
sometimes
to,
people are
but
just, sometimes days are just hard, and it's just nice to,
I hope you get through
yeah,
whatever it is. Yeah.
let them.
Let them, yes. It is a big saying, is let them. I'm a first time mum soon, and I was just wondering, when breastfeeding, have you ever struggled with supply, or is it been good? Have any tips to keep it?
Look, I'm probably a really bad person to answer that because I've always had a massive, massive supply, and I've always been able to feed my babies. So I am not good with pregnancy. I'm not good with conceiving. I obviously can't deliver my babies naturally, but I can feed them. So it's the one thing I've always been proud of myself with, but I've never had to do anything to stimulate more milk or anything because it's just always there. So I think some of us just are oversuppliers, and
Yeah.
I'm one of them.
What is your favourite product you make?
I like anything sublimation.
Me is my t-shirts.
Yeah.
My emotions have been so complicated lately, I really need someone to talk to. Yes, like I was saying before, there are helplines out there. It ain't weak to speak. Make sure you get in contact with someone, whether it be someone that you know, someone that a family or friend or something, but make sure you talk to someone.
And I always say my inbox is open, and it honestly is. But in saying that, sometimes there's bigger things that I can't help with or I can't mentally help with either. So I'm always there to listen, but I go through a lot of stuff myself, where I struggle then to reply and kind of give the help needed. So please always know that I am always here to listen, but I don't always have the time to reply.
Don't take
Yeah.
offense to it, but please contact someone. You need to talk to someone about that.
Yeah.
What are your children diagnosis?
Corby's the only one with an official diagnosis. So he's got ADHD, ASD, which is autism level 2, global development delay, which I don't think he really has. Um, Xander is definitely high anxiety and possible ASD. Um, Emmy girl's just off with the fairies. She's just our baby girl.
ADHD. ADHD.
I hate putting a label on that. I'm going to be the first to admit that before I had kids and I used to look at people with multiple kids with a diagnosis, I'd literally say, like, what the hell were they smoking when they were pregnant? Like, I don't understand. It's just not possible. And now
You know,
and now we know that it's not necessarily anything you've done. It's just
you got a floppy mic, mate.
soz.
How do you guys handle all the hate offline in the family home? I guess I'm finding it difficult to pretend it doesn't get to me in my home life.
It gets to us. It gets to me.
It gets to Paige, and everyone is different. There are stronger people in life. There aren't. Like, I was bullied as a kid, so I've got a thicker skin than what Paige might
Liam's a
have.
lot more confident in himself to let them affect you,
Yeah,
I would say.
yeah. I just don't care.
He doesn't care.
Like, I love myself. That's all that matters. Like, I don't care what you have to say about me or what other people say about us. It doesn't affect me. I don't hold that emotionally.
Whereas I've never been a confrontational person. So I just don't like that people say mean things about me. I'm not going to be the first. I will be the first to say sorry, and I'm not going to deny that I don't bitch and I haven't got on live and been probably rude or had days where I just can't be bothered with people. So I probably come across really mean, but I'm not a mean person. I'm really not. And I'm just not a confrontational person. I don't like making someone feel bad, and I don't like
Unless your
people
back's up
making...
against the wall, then it's a different
Yeah,
story.
and I think people like in these posts are like, you've changed and Ree's changed you and blah, blah, blah. Ree hasn't changed me at all, but I
The constant...
constantly feel attacked, or I constantly feel like I have to answer for myself. And over months and months, and now, you know, a year, you start to kind of get your back up all the time. And I will be the first to admit, and all the Reddit trolls can listen to it, but I have just spent the last 2 days really taking a step back, and I want to go back to my authentic person that you guys all fell in love with. So it's not that I'm not there to back up my friends who are having horrible days or being attacked or whatever's going on TikTok. I'm there for them, but I'm there for them privately, and I won't be showing up on TikTok anymore. I just want to do my thing because I know wholeheartedly that I'm not a person that can handle the hate. And as soon as you start bagging me about the way I'm parenting or the way that my kids are not saints at all. But please don't tell me how I should or shouldn't parent them, because I work very hard to parent them the way I do. And I have a lot of guilt about the way I do things. And I don't need that coming from strangers. I do it enough to myself. So...
How do you survive both staying at home to work financially or even just in your relationship?
Financially is a struggle, but we have an end goal. So
Yeah.
at this point in time, we're willing to let
Short-term pain
yeah.
for long-term gain.
Relationship-wise has been easier. That we have teething problems.
Oh, yeah.
We definitely had teething problems, but I don't know.
Talking through it, I guess,
Yeah,
helps.
me and we will ring Ree and Jared some nights when we are just bluing, and they're like, right, let's talk. Talking through it definitely helps, and Liam doesn't love talking, whereas I do.
I just don't like talking to you. I've done it for 20 odd years. I don't
See, me and Liam, this is how our relationship is, and to others on the outside it looks really toxic, but it's not. Me and Liam don't really fight. We just banter and shit stir the whole time.
If we don't, then like it's boring for us. That's
Liam, you all know Liam. He's a smart ass. It's very rare. Honestly, I could tell you on one hand how many times Liam has really gone off at me, and we've had a big fight, haven't we?
Yeah.
Like, it just doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. We just shit stir.
Yeah.
You give mean girl energy.
Who, me or Paige is that one for? Because sometimes I know I can give mean girl energy, but I don't mean to. I just like to pop it and drop it.
Look, like I've just said, I'm like, I possibly do, and I'm really, really sorry to anyone who has felt that I've given them mean girl energy. It's not my intention whatsoever. But it just sometimes, like I said, I just get really overwhelmed and I probably come across really bitchy. But I don't intentionally do that.
No.
So soz, and genuinely soz. But if you're just a troll, sorry, not sorry.
Well, that was it. That's all the questions. I think, how long have we been on for now? We might end that where it is. Oh, 63 minutes. That's a long one.
We might cut it there.
Yeah.
I was just seeing if there were any... Cool beard, mate.
Thank you.
People are laughing at us, but I can't remember what. Name a car for an edit. I make edits.
What?
Liam was a naughty kid.
Do an MUX.
How do we ask questions? It was in like the... we had questions open for
on our
Instagram.
Insta. Yeah.
Liam must so tired from your wake up. You must be so tired from your wake ups last night.
I am.
Yo, who dis? Can't hear Paige. Sorry, guys, my mic. Sorry, guys.
Turned off for a bit.
My mic did turn off for a bit.
Was that Morgs who dis?
No, it wasn't. Kendrick or Drake. That's as high up as it will let me go.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
All right, guys, we might call that
a night, eh?
A night.
But we will.
We don't know what we're doing next week.
See you over on TikTok.
Yeah, we'll be on TikTok tonight, guys. Once we settle the kiddies.
We'll be on TikTok tonight, guys. Do you want to do a bit of
I
a?
don't like that
Do
either.
you want to be a bit of ASMR?
All right, we got to feed these babies. Ew! Don't do that.
Oh, I can't burp. See you guys. We'll see you tonight, eh? Oh, how do I end it?
Oh, we were telling shit stories and they were laughing.
Oh.